it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are talking about 10 different tips, tricks, life hacks, and even a fun little challenge you can do for yourself to get your kitchen clean and organized and decluttered. And I know that my kitchen is by no means small, but you'll see as we go through these different tips that there are some very small features to my kitchen. For example, my drawer space. So I'm gonna stop rambling and let's just get into it. Off with the silverware because I'm really excited about this one. So the first method, which I actually did when I originally moved into my condo, if you really don't want to use any drawer space on your knives, forks, and spoons, a cool thing you can do is grab 3 glasses or jars, maybe mason jars I think would look adorable, and put them out on your counter and then just place your forks, knives, and spoons in there. The idea is that it looks intentional, so you don't just want to grab like 3 different random mugs or glasses, throw them on the counter, and put them there. You want to make it look really nice. I think if you have cute looking jars and you make it look intentional, it can actually be a very effective but also decorative way to store your knives, forks, and spoons. Okay, and the second way, which is what I am doing now, and this is also great for your knives, is I found off of Amazon these mini utensil organizers. So this one is for your spoons, knives, forks, straws, whatever you want to use it for. You just slide them in. The second one I got is for your knives, so you could just slide them right in. There's a whole bunch of slots, and then I like to just place my cooking scissors on top of it. Like I said, I don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff on my counter, so the idea of having a big knife block on my counter was just not appealing to me. But I didn't want my knives just rolling around in the drawer like that. So this drawer, or this knife organizer, and this utensil organizer were both lifesavers. Guys, these things changed my life. It took me so long to really appreciate Lazy Susans and how helpful they can be when organizing. These little mini ones, this larger one. I have a big one under the sink, which is amazing for storing all of my little sprays, like my counter sprays and cleaning supplies that I want to put down there. But then I also have 2 of the mini ones in my cabinet. Since I don't have a pantry, I have to use my cabinets for food. And this is incredible for my spices, and you could just twist it around and it's so easy to find what you want and grab it. 10 out of 10 recommend these Lazy Susans. So this is a huge tip that I did not do for the longest time, and when I made the switch, it totally transformed the amount of space I have in my kitchen. And that is to not always store items in the container that they came in. And the biggest example I have for this in my kitchen is the little dishwasher pods that I have. I used to just store them under my sink, but it was like the box was too long. So I got this tall cylinder type jar from the Dollar Tree for $1, and I just filled it with the little pods. That way I could keep it under the sink. It fits perfectly, and I have the box of the full box of them stored in my hall closet, so whenever I need to grab more, I just walk over there, refill the little jar, but it doesn't take up as much space under my sink. I can't tell if I'm gonna love this or hate it, so we'll just try it out. How are we feeling about this? We'll do one tip with my hair like this, and then we're gonna go back. Okay, so this is a little challenge that I want you to do for yourself. Set a timer for like 20 to 30 minutes, put on some good music, or, you know, a fun clean with me. I have a ton of them. And I want you to go through all of your kitchen cabinets to the very back, like really get to the back where you don't normally grab stuff from, and declutter those items. So for example, this cabinet that I have back here, you can see it goes all the way back there, and I don't know if you can tell from all the way over there, but it's pretty cluttered. But chances are there's a million things back there that I never actually use because I can't even get to them. And if I take it all out, go through it, sort it, there's probably gonna be a ton of things I'm like, I'm never gonna use this, and I can donate it. So I challenge you to go in your pantry, the back of all of your cabinets, and pull out all of those things that have been stuck back there for months or maybe even years that you have not touched, and decide which of those things you can get rid of, donate, and that way you can save that space to organize what you do want to keep a little bit better. Here's the finished product. I'm so happy that I did that. That literally only took me like, what? It's 8:32, we started at like 15 minutes, and it's already done, and it looks so much better. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you've probably heard this one before, so it's a little reminder because I am obsessed with this little tip. Instead of keeping all of your garbage bags in another room or under the sink or somewhere, when you take your trash out, leave a handful of them underneath like the garbage bag that you put in. That way, when you take out the trash, instead of having to go get it from another room or another drawer, you just grab it from right underneath and refill refill the garbage. I promise you, even if you don't think it's gonna make a difference, in the moment when you go to change your garbage, if there's already a bag under there, you're gonna thank yourself, and it's gonna be like a little, oh, that's cool, that's kind of neat, now I don't have to go grab one. I realized I never put lip gloss on, and I've been really into it lately, so I decided to go get some so we could put it on for fun. This is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss in Champagne Glam. Do I look poppin'? Ooh, this one's fun, and we're gonna use my Fall Forest spray for it. Oh, oops, sorry guys. Do I wanna tell this story on camera? I will. So I thought of this because obviously we have Callie, my little pup, and I live in a condo, so it's all shared grass. I can't just leave her droppings out there. I was outside with her, I picked it up in a little baggie, and I forget what happened. I think it was raining or something, and I didn't feel like doing like a full lap to where the dumpster is to throw it out. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna take it inside. I'll put it down the toilet and then we'll throw out the little baggie. So that's what I did. But then I was like, oh, this smells really bad and it's gonna make my trash can smell. But I always have this little fall spray here. So I took the fall spray and I like doused the little baggie with it, you know, after I put what was in it down the toilet. Sprayed the bag with it a ton, and then I threw the bag out. And then like a couple hours later, I come back to my trash, I go to throw something out. And when I open it up, it like gives this beautiful spray or smell, and I was like, what the heck is that? That smells so nice. So a fun little tip is like once a day, open up your garbage can, spray a nice scent in there, and that way every time you go to throw something out, you're gonna be greeted with a super nice smell, especially if you're having guests over. They're gonna like open up your garbage can and be like, why does it smell so good? And like if this could cover the scent that was thrown in there and like an hour later still smell good, I think this is pretty cool. This is another fun one that I kind of just happened upon. I didn't read it anywhere. I just was trying to figure out somewhere to put this extra pot, and I was like, why don't I just stick it in the oven? And that is to utilize your oven, not just the under part, because we all know we store stuff in there, but the actual oven itself to store things in. Right now you can see you see that? I have a pot, and I'll do a close-up. So you can see in the oven, and don't mind how messy it is, I have this little baking sheet, which I always keep in there. And then when we got this pot, it's really big. I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't want it just sitting up, taking space on my stove. So I decided, why not just stick it right into the oven and then the lid as well. Now, of course, if you're using your oven literally every single day, you might not want to do this, but if you're like me and you don't use it that often, then using the inside of your oven to store different pots and pans can be super helpful if you don't want them all laying on top of the oven itself, especially if you have a smaller kitchen, less cabinet space. Don't forget to use that space. So like I said, I don't have the most storage. I don't have a million cabinets, but I do have a lot of things. So Tim and I actually got this wine chest, I want to say like a year and a half back. And at the time we just bought it because we thought it looked pretty, but now it is a lifesaver with organizing. I have all this extra room, like in this one, don't mind all the dust. I store all of my holiday and season themed plates and mugs and that sort of a thing. And then over here, I have just a ton more wine glasses. This is a Tiffany box that had these champagne glasses Tim's real estate agent gave him when he bought his house last year. And then just some random stuff. But the point is there's so much extra storage, but it doesn't have to be in the kitchen. You can get creative with furniture pieces or even a hall closet. Maybe if you have a couple different hall closets, but you don't have a pantry, turn one of them into a pantry. Why not? There's no rules when it comes to where you're going to store things. So next is another little tip and mindset when you're storing things. And that is, it's all about how you position things. So for example, like I don't have a 6 or 16-inch wide drawer. I also don't have a wider cabinet. So this right here is the only area I really found to store all my pots and pans. And you can see like, it's not really wide enough for me to store one of those cool pot organizers. And if I did put something like that in there, that's all I could fit. So in the past, when I've just thrown all this stuff in here without actually laying it like this or trying to keep it somewhat organized, it just takes up the whole space. Things are falling out. You open the cabinet, the pots slip onto the floor. So something as simple as laying them in the proper way can really make a huge difference when it comes to saving space. If you watched until this part, let me know in the comments, what color are your cabinets? I was thinking, I almost wish that I had done this little bottom cabinet section, like a stained wood. I feel like that would have been so pretty and a really nice contrast, but what can you do? I'm not gonna go back and change it now. Tim and I have always talked about when we go to buy a house, our plan is to buy a fixer-upper and renovate it. We both love that stuff, clearly, because look what he did to my kitchen. But we wanna do like a whitish cream color for all the cabinets, and then if we have an island, make the island like a navy blue color. I'm really excited. We're not thinking about buying a house anytime soon, but in the future when we do, I'm so excited, and of course I'm gonna share it with y'all. If y'all want any more organizing videos, I will have the playlist linked above me, and in the description I'll have my clean with me playlist, my decorate with me playlist. I have a whole bunch of different home type playlists, so I'll have some linked in the description. And I love y'all so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.